I guess from a Magento perspective, has it affected you at all, the sort of wrap up of Magento U and pushing it into Adobe Learning? Have you seen anything that's different in your world?
Well, not necessarily. So I see that. So personally, I'm not a Magento U trainer. First off, so I've never given Magento U official Magento U trainings, but always independent training. And I've seen some decline over the years. And I think that that's simply also because all of the agencies that made the switch simply have made the switch. So they're developing in Magento 2. They've got their teams up and running, so they don't need further education. But since the switch over, I've been kind of like worried as well, like to see what agencies would be doing. Would they stop investing in Magento? But I think, like in general, that's not the case. So agencies are maybe awaiting what is next with Adobe with the whole switch over, but they're still investing into it. They're still building Magento shops. They're still sitting there with all of those problems with developers that need to have new skills. New developers need to be trained. Yeah, so I think like from the training perspective, little has changed so far.
Yeah, I agree. You know, from the agency side, I think we saw a little bit of confusion on what is it, you know, what does that mean for what we need? There is a new level that, or there is something called an Adobe certified agency or something like that, where you have to have so many certifications to be certified, and they have one for Experience Manager, one for Magento. So there are specific certifications that agencies have to get in groups to get this this label. So I think that now that Adobe Learning has completely taken over Magento U, I think that'll help agencies in understanding what they need to do to get to that level. And certainly whether you're doing Magento U training or you're just training developers individually, there's lots of opportunities from the developer level up to the agency level for learning and training today. And I think that as we're wrapping in more of these products, you know, for example, there's a new beta program out for Adobe Sensei. And Adobe Sensei is directly integrated into Magento Commerce. And that's just a small piece of some of those larger Magento or Adobe products that are going to be wrapped into the commerce part that will need training. And I think that what we're going to see down the line, you know, notwithstanding headless, but we will see Experience Manager, you know, maybe some CMS coming directly from there and integrations in there, which would in turn need training on all those different products.
Yeah, and I think it's good to point out actually that this whole migration of the training program from Magento U into Adobe Learning is kind of like a big move for Magento/Adobe. It's kind of vital to make that move, because otherwise people will still refer to Magento not only as this open source project, but also as this company organizing all kinds of things, among which the U program. And I think it's kind of logical that they've made this attempt to change it over to Adobe Learning, which leads to a lot of people then thinking about that well, because it's now under a different department within Adobe, because it's in different hands, things dramatically change. But as you point out, there's kind of like a lot of at stake to make sure that Adobe is still investing in Adobe Learning all around that Magento ecosystem as well. So yeah, as we see it, there's going to be a lot of changes in the structure of this educational platform, but the materials are not going to change dramatically, because well, the materials are all about the software, and the software is still there. If there's only more software coming up, so more training come up.
Yeah, exactly. And every version has new features, and
Yeah.
versions have changes. And just kind of going back, I think last month Peter Manichek was brought up again, just on the way he organized the community and getting content into Magento and having the community involved in that content. I know that we are going to still advocate for that approach. So I think Adobe is still working on how they're going to collect content, and I hope that they still go out to the community to help put that content into their learning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So a lot of things are changing, but the question on the slide is what does it mean? But I think on a practical level, there's a lot of switches in names of the certification. There's a lot of renaming being done, but on the educational level, I think like a lot of the training are still the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right now, I think all the training is identical. It's just delivered in a different way.
yeah,
Well, I mean, it's the same training delivered on a new platform,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and
that's
actually
yeah,
delivered by the same people. So,
yeah.
for example, Derek is delivering training today, and VJ is delivering training, and I know Vinay has training coming up.
So all of these people should have been in this call, but they're all busy with the trading people.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
nerve. Jeez.